NobelBiz Smart Touch, simple multi-site routing technology, is a Technovation award-winning advanced cloud-based routing solution that enables customers to dynamically route calls internally across their own locations and externally to contracted contact centers. Smart Touch allows inbound call centers to make more efficient use of their resources and to increase the reliability of their own services. Smart's Project Manager window allows you to create and manage multiple projects. The Smart platform relies on the concept of boxes called containers to adjust all the properties and attributes in a user-friendly way. A container can be linked to other containers through links. All the projects contain a phone container that represents the starting point of the project. It contains the numbers associated to the project, as well as buttons that allow number purchasing or assignment. Numbers under the client's account can be directly selected from the drop-down box. The right toolbar contains a list of the available container types that can be dragged and dropped into the project. The destination container is used to forward calls to an external number. It can forward calls to a local number or to a toll-free number. It contains 3 fields that can be used. 1. Capacity. Limits the number of simultaneous calls passing through the container. Leaving it blank means there is no limit applied. 2. Destination. Contains the number where calls will be forwarded to. It needs to be a 10-digit US number. 3. Caller ID. If a number is entered here, all the calls passing through the container will use it as the caller ID. If left blank, the calls will keep the original caller ID. With Smart, we also kept in mind customers who already have their own equipment. In the software, there is a container called the IP destination container, which allows users to connect the equipment they already own and not rebuy proprietary hardware to be able to utilize Smart technology. This container sends the calls to the selected destination trunk group. Selecting a trunk group from the drop-down will populate also the URI, status, and digits fields according to the properties of the selected trunk group. Capacity sets the maximum number of simultaneous calls passing through this container. Match and replace are used together in order to replace a part or the whole called number, DNIS. Need to split the traffic between several projects? No problem. The priority container allows you to adjust settings to control flow between multiple containers. In this example, we are connecting the higher priority to Site 1 and backup has a lower priority. The container linked to the highest priority rule will be the first option for traffic. If a call fails to connect to that container, the capacity limit is met, or the destination is unreachable, the next available priority will be tried. Another option is to use the ratio container, which uses statistical calculations to split traffic between sites according to the user-defined weights. If equal weights are set, the same amount of calls go to both sites. Smart provides a simple way to adjust routing logic during particular days, like holidays, using the date container. You could easily set traffic to go to an external site for those days and time zones. Set and hook up the else rule, hit publish, and you're done. Another option is you use the schedule container to manage routing for specific times of day. A schedule container can contain multiple rules. The default is 1. Each rule has a start field and an end field to configure the interval when the rule is active. The days a rule will be active on are chosen by activating the corresponding checkbox from the Days section. At least one day needs to be selected for each rule. The pattern container uses regular expressions to create rules that are matched against numbers. One can enter a whole number or use a regular expression to match parts of the number. Here are a few examples of expressions that can be used. The pattern container can have 2 roles selected from the called number drop-down box. A. Caller. the pattern rule is checked against the caller ID. It can also be used to treat differently callers from a particular region of the country. In order to do this, the else rule will point to the regular project call flow, while the pattern rule will be used to match caller IDs starting with certain NPAs and apply different routing logic to them. For more information about this product or any other Nobel Biz product, please go to nobelbiz.com.